Hey guys, Ultraman 52 here. Welcome to another Ultraman DVD Blu-ray in-depth look, unboxing video, whatever you want to call these now at this point. Today we'll be looking at the newest Ultraman Blu-ray released by Mill Creek. Ultraman Trigger, New Generation Tiga. Welcome back, guys. Alrighty. So, yeah, apologies for the late party on this, about getting it. Been a lot going on. But as we do in these videos, we always take a look at the front cover first, or the slip cover at least, and then we just kind of go into it from there. So, front cover, really nice shot of Trigger in all four of his forms. We have his multi-type, sky type, power type, and glitter mode. And right there are the three Dark Ultras. The one right there in the middle, the female one, is Chimera. She is basically a... It's kind of hard without giving away the story. She's basically a dark, evil Ultra that is trying to stop Trigger and all that stuff. She actually is a returning character from the original series, Ultraman Tiga, although I should say actually the movie Ultraman Tiga, the movie The Final Odyssey, but I digress. Spine right there has the logo of both the movie and the TV series. Nice shot of Trigger doing a nice cool superhero kind of pose. The ultimate combo, all 25 episodes, plus Ultraman Trigger Episode Z. Plus it contains a free playable card from the Ultraman card game. This does not come with the card, unfortunately. Yeah, let's go ahead and take off the slipcover. Got some nice new art, or screen at least, well, not screen, cover art for the actual Blu-ray itself. Have Trigger in all of his forms again. Multi-type, Sky, and Power. Basically a speed type is what Sky is. On the back we have a synopsis on both the TV series and the movie, so go ahead and pause it if you want to read what the series says. Some screenshots from the series itself. Trigger right there doing a cool pose. A screenshot from the movie, Ultraman Trigger Episode Z. And that there is actually a evil Trigger, a dark evil version of Trigger himself. Strangely enough, it's funny that they relegated evil Trigger to a movie and not in the series itself. Like in Ultraman Tiga, Tiga had his own dark evil version of himself called Evil Tiga that appeared in the actual TV series. So kind of funny that they put evil Trigger in a movie, but still really cool. Opening it up, we have the information and episode guide booklet. We'll take a look at that in a second. Nice shot of Trigger Dark, or Dark Trigger, and we have the entire series and the movie on 4 discs. Nice shot of Trigger right there. So disc 1 is episodes 1 through 9. Disc 2 is episodes 10 through 18. And disc 3 is episodes 19 to 25. You also get a bonus 3 recap episodes, which I don't care about. No one cares about recap episodes. And the movie is on the 4th and final disc. So yeah, pretty cool. There's a better shot of evil Trigger right there. It's weird that you actually have 2 characters that are essentially quote-unquote evil versions of Trigger. You have Dark Trigger and Evil Trigger. I don't know why they did that, but whatever. So here is the Ultraman Trigger New Generation Tiga information and episode guide. Front cover has its color timer. The back has the same old stuff on it. Ultraman connection crap. So here we have the hero gallery of all the Ultras that appear in the series. We have Ultraman Trigger and his multi-type, along with his circle arms weapon. I personally really hate the circle arms. I think it's a very stupid as hell gimmick weapon. I'm fine if Ultras have weapons for certain forms, like Ultraman Z uses a weapon for, I think, his Beta Smash mode, and uses a weapon for his Delta Rise Claw. I'm fine if certain modes have weapons. What I'm not a fan of is if the weapon is constantly used in every single form. to me, I think it's just kind of lazy and just stupid in my opinion. I don't even like the look of the circle arms. It just looks dumb. But I digress. So we have Trigger multi-type and all his brief little stops on him right there, along with the powers, the Imperium beam, the Imperium sword slash, Trigger slash, sorry, slicer, and Trigger cross shot. Transformation item is the Guts Sparklance with the Guts hyper keys. Then we have Guts, then we have Trigger Power Type, Sky Type, Glitter Trigger Eternity, and Trigger Truth, which I think is a slight different color variation of Trigger. It does look pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And we have the other Ultras that appear throughout the whole entire series. So we have Ultraman Z, and Alpha Edge, Beta Smash, Gamma Future, and Delta Rise Claw, along with Ultraman Reboot and Ultraman Tiga in all his forms, because I believe Tiga is in, I think, 1 or 2 episodes of the series. If I'm not mistaken, I think Trigger takes place in an alternate universe, or a different universe than Ultraman Tiga is, but I guess, whatever. And we have the key kaiju guys. We have Chimera, the Captivating Warrior, Dargon, the Herculean fighter. We have Hudrum, the Agile Tactician, and Trigger Dark, the Dark Champion. I don't know why it is just called Dark Trigger. I think Trigger Dark just sounds weird when you pronounce it. I think just pronouncing it as Dark Trigger is just a lot better. Then we have the Kaijus, which is a pretty nice roster. Mostly of all previously used Kaijus. We do have some returning Kaijus from Ultraman Tiga, like Kyraloid or Kilele, and if you go by the English dub, Gazort or Gazoto if you go by the English dub, and Golba, who is a fusion of Melba and Golza from the original series of Ultraman Tiga. I will say though, as nice as it is seeing Gazort, Kyraloid, and a fusion of Golza and Melba, I would have personally liked to see more returning Kaijus from Tiga. I'm not saying like have the entire series be of just returning Kaijus. Maybe half of them are all just returning Kaijus. I don't know, maybe like a couple more, like 2 or 3 more, honestly. Because it just seems kind of lazy to just reuse monsters from previous Ultraman series. Like, I would have personally loved to see Silvergon and Goldross again. I think those are the two most, if I'm not mistaken, besides Golds, obviously, because Golds are like massively popular, and same thing with Kyraloid. Silvergon and Goldross are, in my opinion, 2 of the most popular monsters from the Ultraman Tiga series. It would have been cool if they had, at the very least, used their King versions from the Supreme Ultra 8 Bros movie. I don't know, maybe they could have just reworked the suits, or, I don't know, like, retooled them, remade them. I don't know what you want to use. They went out of their way to rebuild the suit for Gazort, and the same thing with the suit for Kyraloid. So why couldn't you just rebuild the King Silvergon and King Goldross suits? I really don't know. To me, again, it just seems like super. To me, it's just super like lazy and very cheap. And Super Rai, as of late, has been becoming very, very cheap when it comes to actually like designing kaijus and being very gimmicky with their ultras, which I think is just very dumb in my opinion. So here is the episode guide. So there's all the episodes for disc, I think for at least disc 1 or something like that, or at least most of the episodes for disc 1 and disc 2. Sorry for the glare. There's that right there. The last couple episodes. And then there is the synopsis for episode Z, which is a movie. Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the guidebook for Ultraman Trigger. I do highly recommend the series. I have not watched the entirety of Trigger. I've watched the first, I think, like 3-4 episodes of Trigger when it was airing. But I really did enjoy Trigger from what I've seen so far. It just, like I said, sucks that we didn't get more monsters from the original series of Tiga. Even though Tiga appears, like, I think like once or twice in this series, I would have preferred to see a more, what's the word? A more classic, traditional Ultraman series, without the really dumb gimmicky weapons. That again, I don't like the circle arms. I think the circle arms is just a very stupid looking weapon, honestly, and it just feels more. I feel like just Super Ryan now is leaning more towards copying more so Kamen Rider than they are trying to do their own series. The next series they have actually announced for Mill Creek wise for Blu-rays is the complete series of Ultraman Decker. That is coming, I think, in August. Pretty sure August. It was supposed to come out, I think, in July, but it got delayed. And we're also getting the long-awaited Blu-ray of Ultraman USA, also known as Ultraman The Adventure Begins, I think it's called. It is an Ultraman anime movie that, unfortunately, it does actually have an original English dub that was released on VHS years ago. I wish I still kept mine. But Tsuburaya did commission a new English dub for the movie, and please know this film came out back, I think in like late 80s, early 90s, I think it was. So having a new English dub for a 30-plus-year-old series is kind of weird, but we'll see how it is. It does suck that we are not getting the original English dub with the Blu-ray release. I don't know why we're not getting it, but we are going to be getting it too, which is, I guess, cool. Actually, I don't know if does Trigger even have an English dub? No, Trigger does not have an English dub. That's what I kind of figured. I think right now, I think Z and Blazar are currently the only newer Ultraman series that have English dubs, I think. So yeah. So I don't think Decker will get an English dub. I don't think it will. But yeah, anyways. Still, I do recommend the series. Yeah, I don't really know what else more to say about this release. I think it's, again, a fantastic release. As always, Mill Creek has, of course, been stepping up their game with their Ultraman release. I just wish that Super Rai would actually, stop lying and give us the actual Blu-ray transfers for Ultraman Tiga, Dyna, and Gaia, which, as you know, I hate liars, especially big corporations that, lie. And Super Rai is no exception of a bunch of liars. But I digress. But yeah, hopefully we get more Ultraman series. I would like, after Ultraman USA, since it's an older Ultraman release, we do finally get the Blu-ray for Ultraman Great and Ultraman Powered. Those two, I'd be really interested to see if they actually do them. There's not a whole lot else they can actually do in terms of other Ultraman series wise. They pretty much released all the mainline series. It's all right now just the newer stuff and side stuff. So we'll see, honestly. But yes, hope you guys all enjoyed. And sayonara.